Welcome to Urban in the Ozarks. We're an Ozark-loving mom and wife with a passion for all things cooking, gardening, and DIY. Follow along on my daily journey in the urban sprawl of the Ozark Mountains. I forgot to show you guys cup 1. Here's cup 2. Morning, guys. So I thought I would share something to do with overripe apples. I always buy our family a lot of apples. We eat a lot of apples, but unfortunately sometimes between scheduling and other things, apples can get lost in the back of the fridge and they get soft and wrinkly. Well, and as you know, food is not cheap. So what do you do with those apples? Well, yes, you can make applesauce, and a lot of times that's everybody's go-to thing is to make applesauce, but I have something that I think you guys are going to really like. These are apple chips, okay? Dehydrated, super easy to make, really fun to make. My son loves them, my husband loves them, healthy, and no waste, guys. So I'm going to show you how to make dehydrated apple slices. And it's really easy. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is core the apples. This is the easiest way to do it. This is a couple of bucks. It's an apple core. Get you one of these. You just take the core, push it down, twist. There's the apple core. If something happens where, and push the plunger, ejects the apple core, and you have an apple. You do want to fill your bowl with water the apples will start to oxidize. So just put some water in the bowl while you're working with them. Keeps them from browning. It won't hurt anything. It's just not as pretty. Okay, there is our bowl of apples. That will sit there. Again, watch your fingers. It is sharp. Push. If something happens where you miss the middle of the core and there's some seeds, you can just plunge it a little bit more in that area so that you get the seeds. So I'm just going to finish quartering these and then we'll move on to the next step. So this is my dehydrator, and you can absolutely do this without a specialty dehydrator. You can actually do this in your oven. There's a lot of recipes out there on Pinterest and things like that about how to do it in your oven. You would just take the apple slices once they're sliced, put them on a sheet pan, and probably do them at a really low temperature for an extended period of time. But this was extremely inexpensive, like under 50 bucks. We're gonna get this ready and we are gonna slice up the apples. So I got a new gadget. This is the first time I've used it. It has a glass bowl and a top. So this is the top, and you snap it on, and I put some water in the bowl. A lot of recipes will tell you for when you do apple chips to add lemon juice. You can. The first couple of times I followed a recipe and it said to add lemon juice, and it's supposed to help it keep it from browning. But what I have found is there is actually no need to use that. If you just put your apple slice in regular old tap water, it keeps it from browning. So no need for the lemon juice if you don't have it. So this mandolin has the bowl, it has the top, it has all of these blades, and then it has a solid top, and then it has the guide to keep you from shaving off your fingertips, which would break. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, here we go. That's fine. What? I'm about to. Okay, bear with me. I'm gonna fix this in a minute. Okay, anyway. So for this, remember the apple slices, once they cook or they dehydrate, they're gonna shrink. So there are these two, and I want the one that looks thicker, like that's gonna give me a thicker slice. So I'm gonna go with this one. And you snap it in, and I am right-handed. So I'm just thinking about the fact that I will hold the bowl this way and push the apple into the blade this way. So these blades can turn this way. So if you're left-handed, just turn the blade around. All good. So I'm going to start with my first apple. Sorry, I had to fix the plunger. I still couldn't do it. So you're going to put the apple onto the plunger, just like that. And you're going to hold it, and you're just going to push it. And see, this bowl, this is actually working great. And like I said, this is the first time I've used this. And if you get a little hunk, don't worry about it. Just keep pushing. And as you push the apple, push the plunger. So it is making the apple go down. Okay, not done with that. I don't love the plunger on this thing. Doing your apple and the plunger is popping off, that's not great. So we will deal with that after a while. So you can see all of my apple slices now are in the water. That's going to keep them from turning brown. So let's just keep going with our apples and our apple slices, the apples have been in the water for a second. They're pretty much good. They're not going to oxidize from here. Just a minute or two is really all they realistically need to be in water to keep them from browning. After slicing all of your apples, at this point, just start laying them out on your tray. It's okay if they overlap a little. So anyway, we're gonna let that go, and I am all dressed up to work in the yard, so that is where we are going. My shoes are always under everybody else's. Shoes acquired. So that is what we're working on today. We are going to cut those down. Those are actually not my grasses, but I offer to help the neighbor. So we're gonna cut those down, mow, and get them cleaned up. So now it's all cut. We'll get off the mower and we'll mow it up.
Today, break away. Forget our fear of what comes after. Hold on for better days. Let our past begin to shatter. Days like these, we can see the way to live out a new chapter.
well, we're done outside. For now, there's always lots to be done. Let's go check the apples. So remember, okay, so it's been about 3 hours since we started this. So this is the top. They're drying out, but again, the top stuff takes longer. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stack these in reverse. And you can see as you get toward the stuff that's nearest to the fan, this is much more dry. So we're gonna just do it all in reverse. Yeah, look at these. This is actually quite dry. We're just gonna keep going. So we're gonna, and these trays are a little warm, not hot at all. They never get hot. And so we're just gonna, we rotated them. We're gonna put the lid back on and we'll just check them in a couple of hours. So I can't even begin to tell you guys how good it feels to have gotten some spring cleaning done outside. As the beginning of my video showed, it was snowing this last weekend. We went from 70s snow, today is 80, Saturday is gonna be 90. I don't remember such a warm spring in all the years I have been here in the Ozarks. So with that being said, there's a lot of things that are growing early, like the grass. So it was needed to go ahead and get the grass clipped down so that when the rest of it comes in, it's not so hard on the mower and it looks a little bit nicer. So I feel really good about getting that done. Now, as far as the apples, it has been another hour since I came in and we rotated them. So let's kind of take a look at them and see what we've got. So this here, you can see these are really drying out super nicely. And I think what I'm gonna do is now the stuff in the middle has continued to be in the middle. So we're gonna just do, I think, I'm gonna take some of the stuff in the middle and go ahead and rotate it toward the bottom. These are definitely more done, so I'm gonna leave them, well, I'll leave them here and put these ones that were at the top in the middle. And we are just gonna keep checking back on them. It says they have another 4 hours. So it is later than in the evening than I had hoped it would be. Anyway, it's probably about 8:15. But as you can see, these on the top are absolutely done. So 8.5 hours. Oops. I'm gonna eat that one. You can see, dry. They're ready. Again, you can do this in your oven. Just pull up a Pinterest page and they'll have recipes. And it says you have to have lemon juice. No, you don't have to have lemon juice. I will say, as far as having my oven on for 8.5 hours, I don't know if I'd want to have my oven on for 8.5 hours. The dehydrator is, and this is what you end up with. It's nothing more than water and apples. I had to show you one last time. This is the bowl of dehydrated apples we ended with after this morning. This is amazing. So again, soft, wrinkly apples that you think are ready for the garbage. This is it. They are sweet. They are high in fiber, nutritious. Don't throw your apples out. dehydrate them. You won't be sorry.